I am mowing the lawn right now. Wait, actually, just a second.
Start mowing.
Now I'm mowing the lawn. Okay, today we're going to be talking about this UBHOME robotic mower. Let me go back in time. Let's dig into it. Say hi. She's like, nah. Today we are unboxing a real man's toy. This right here is a robotic mower. I'm gonna need you to move. This is the UBHOME robotic mower, and I am pumped to dig into this thing. So apparently it is perimeter and wire free, so I don't need to create a perimeter on my lawn. I can just use an app on my phone to be able to draw the perimeters. I'm actually genuinely curious how this thing will work on my lawn. So my lawn's not huge. I've got a little stretch of grass in my backyard. My front yard is going to be more complicated than the backyard to mow. I just want to unbox it and just see where we get. Let's go. The unpacking guide. Anything else? No. I think this just goes to the station. Here's the station. That's everything. Wow, dude. You have what looks like a camera here, 2 sensors, big stop button. All right, now that we've got this unboxed, I'm gonna go ahead and play around with it, read the instruction manual, make sure everything's set up properly, and then I'm gonna get this thing mowing. Let's cut to it.
All right, before we keep going, I think it's important that you know what my relationship is to UBHOME robotic mowers. UBHOME reached out to me and they asked if I would be willing to review their robotic mower. They sent me the mower, but they are not paying me to make a review. So I can dive into the good, the bad, the ugly. I think it's important for you to know that this is a completely unbiased review. There's no conflict of interest for me saying bad things or good things about UBHOME. So having said that, let me tell you the experience. First, setup. Setup is going to take a pretty decent amount of time. This isn't a product where you just cut it out of the box, pull it out, and you're ready to mow. You have to find a good location for your home station. This took me a little while to figure out because the home station is trying to connect to satellites, and so it can't have any obstructions above it. But I found a good location for my home station that didn't have any trees above it. Also for me, there were updates that needed to be accomplished. Not a big deal. I actually love that the device and the application have updates, and it seems like they've been pretty consistent. That makes me excited because it just means that the product is continually improving. Updating it is not an issue, but it does take some time. All in all, finding the home station and getting everything kind of set up and ready to go took me about 1 hour. Step 2 of setup, which honestly was the longer, probably more challenging part, was setting up the different mowing areas that the mower is going to be mowing. Because you're not actually putting anything physical that draws a perimeter of your lawn, you have to set it up inside of the app. It wasn't difficult to do, but it took some time. Essentially, the app allows you to turn your phone into a remote control for the mower. And all you're doing is using the remote control to draw the perimeters with the mower of each different segment that you are going to need mowed. For me, I have 4 segments in my front yard, and then I have 1 segment in my backyard. Adding new segments was super easy to do. It was pretty intuitive inside of the app. I'm not gonna say that the app is the most incredible application, but it was easy to use, it was intuitive, it wasn't too bad. It took me probably about an hour and a half to get all of my mowing segments drawn out in the application just the way that I wanted them. The other thing you need to do is draw pathways between your mowing segments. This just allows the mower to know where it needs to drive in order to get from segment to segment. The big question I have, and that I still have, is if my mower can get from the front yard to the backyard. I don't know the answer to that yet, but we're gonna find it out right now. The pathway from my front yard to my backyard is quite long and complex. I mean, it's gotta go off onto a sidewalk, up onto the driveway, through my double gate, around the edge of the pool, underneath the gazebo, down a narrow sidewalk until it finally reaches the lawn. My point is, I had pretty much 0% faith that this thing would be able to do that. So, like any good YouTuber should, I strapped a GoPro to its back and tested it.
Start mowing. mowing.
Spenny. Hey, neighbor. What you doing? Oh, I'm just cheering on my mower. That's weird. Yeah. Well, see ya. Okay.
No freaking way, dude.
Okay, let's wrap up this video by talking about the overall performance of the UBHOME mower. Frankly, I was wildly impressed with the mower. I'll be honest, it got stuck a time or two. I think I've had it mow the lawn now probably 6 times. It'll find certain locations where it just can't find its way out of. Maybe it drives over a curb or does something that, goes slightly outside of the bounds that I had initially set, and it gets stuck. But at least 4 out of the 6 times I've had it mow, it completed all of the sections of my lawn without a problem. And the mowing lines. Guys, the mowing lines. Look at how beautifully well done the lawn looks. Now, temper your expectations because it's gonna get as close to that edge line as it possibly can, but you're gonna still need to edge your lawn. But that was kind of my expectation anyways. In fact, my expectations were a lot lower than that. I did not think it would be able to do as well as it actually does. You can also do partial areas as well, meaning I can just select that I want the backyard to be mowed and only the backyard to be mowed. You can also schedule when you want your mower to mow. This feature rocks, and it will automatically mow my lawn without me even having to think about it. Other quick things I want to highlight: battery life. I can get my entire lawn mowed and still have about 65% battery life left. Now, my yard isn't huge. I'm probably only mowing maybe 1/4 of an acre. So keep that in mind if you have a larger lawn. You have different mowing heights that you can select. You can make the grass shorter, medium, or long, and you can adjust the height of the mower. I love that. Also, once a mowing job is complete, the mower will automatically return to the charging station and charge up all by itself. Really, this mowing solution has been completely hands-off once I had everything set up properly. So if the question is, does this mower actually accomplish the task I wanted it to? Yes. It has relieved a mowing burden. I haven't mowed the lawn for 4 weeks. Like, what? And my lawn looks trimmed. It looks nice. It's been awesome. All right, my friends, that is going to be the whole video. If you have additional questions about the UBHOME mower, please drop those in the comments. I love to interact with you there and answer any questions you have before you make a purchase. For any additional curiosity, I have left links in the description that have discount codes on this mower. Be sure to use them. This mower retails at $1,499, and the discount code I currently have in the description will get you the mower for $1,099. That's $400 off. So if you do have interest, be sure to click those links. Hit me up in the comments if you have questions. Smash that like button, and you know what? You just have a wonderful day. As always, my name's Spenny. This channel is Spill the Goods. We'll talk to you soon.